A lot of folks expected here tonight for Game 2 of this 4-game series. The Angels dropped the opener to Seattle last night, snapping their 5-game winning streak. So they try to rewrite the ship here at Safeco Field. As we welcome you inside this beautiful ballpark and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and as I just mentioned, the 5-game losing streak, or winning streak, I should say, came to an end with the loss last night. The Angels now 5-1 on the road trip, but overall, a lot of positives going into the All-Star break.
Yeah, Vic, they've done a lot of things very well here so far on this road trip. 5-1 mark as far as the record on this trip. They've swung the bats exceptionally well. That scored their opponents by 29 runs. Batting average well over 300, especially when you see the batting average with runners in scoring position has been a sore point for them most of the season. Not so on this road trip. They've pitched exceptionally well, especially the starters. ERA 2.77 for the starters, and they've also hit some big flies in here, which is important, especially in this ballpark. Even though you don't think the baseball carries well, it did last night. We may see so again today.
Kind of an unusual start for Garrett Richards last night. Ended up taking the loss. Tonight, a couple left-handers on the mound. Hector Santiago, probably deserving of an all-star nod. Didn't get there, at least not yet anyway, going up against Mike Montgomery.
Yeah, Victor, we said it should be a great matchup last night. It certainly should be a very good one here today. Two very good young left-handed pitchers. Mike Montgomery's throwing the ball very well. He has a one-hit shutout already this season for Seattle. And Hector, you mentioned him, should be an all-star. ERA is fantastic, 2.40 for Hector Santiago. He's done a very good job against left-handed batters, which Seattle, tons of them in their lineup. But the bottom line is it should be a fun one. Whoever makes that one mistake could be the key on winning the game.
We're going to step away for a moment as we continue to get you ready for Game 2 of this 4-game set. We'll talk more about Hector Santiago when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. By Jack in the Box. Taste the new black pepper cheeseburger today, only at Jack in the Box. By Keck Medicine of USC, beyond exceptional medicine. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Angels and the Mariners is coming right up. But first, let's take a look at the tools of the trade brought to you by Ram Trucks with Hector Santiago on the mound tonight against Seattle. Last time out against Seattle back on June 28th, he threw the ball exceptionally well, went 7 innings, 3 hits, just 1 earned run. But the thing we have to keep an eye on is what Seattle did against Garrett Richards. They were very aggressive on fastballs early on. Look for them to use the changeup in the beginning part of the game, especially early in counts, and then go to that slider. Pitch inside effectively, should be solid against Seattle. When we come back, lineups and first pitch of Game 2 between the Angels and the Mariners is coming up next. Series between the Angels and the Seattle Mariners. Seattle about ready to take the field here. Angels trying to even up this series at 1 apiece after losing to last night with Felix Hernandez on the mound. Take a look at our AL West standings. The Astros, who lost again today, now 49-40. The Angels just won back an opportunity to pick up a full game today. If they can win this one, they're 46-39. Texas in third place, 6 games back. Big opportunity for the Halos to pick up another game against the Houston Astros, who continue to struggle playing solid baseball after such a great start for the Astros this season. Take a look at the lineup for the Angels going against Mike Montgomery, Johnny Giavitello leading off, playing second, Cole Calhoun playing right field, Mike Trout in 304 playing center, Albert Pujols, the all-star, playing first base, batting fifth, the shortstop Eric Aybar batting sixth, David Freese playing third base. C.J. Cron is going to be DH at batting 7th, batting 8th and catching Chris Iannetta, and batting 9th and playing left field Daniel Robertson.
Nice job, Gooby.
Oh, there you go.
They're taking on the 26-year-old left-hander, native of Southern California, out of Hart High School. His name is Mike Montgomery, a former supplemental first-round pick of the Kansas City Royals originally.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball very well for Seattle. Very good fastball himself, 88-93 cutter. Change up and curveball with the go-tos to be successful. Get to know him. You got to see some pitches first and throw him off his time. He's a guy that's very aggressive, very competitive. Just kind of slow him down, step out of the batter's box, throw him off his rhythm. Better opportunity to get a mistake out over the plate.
Let's check out the defense for the Mariners tonight. Gutierrez in left field, Ackley in center. Mark Trumbo in right. The infield has Seager, Taylor, Cano, and Montero. Jesus Montero seeing action in the big leagues for the first time this year. He's at first base. Mike Zunino doing the catching.
And when Montgomery's on his game, he's keeping the ball down, and Taylor playing shortstop. So far this year, fielding percentage of .976. Last year as a rookie, we've seen his arm very good throwing arm, .962 fielding percentage as a rookie. Very good coverage at shortstop with Chris Taylor. They're playing for Seattle tonight.
Well, of course, the Halos lost the opening game of the series 7-2. Felix Hernandez picked up the win. Garrett Richards took the loss, now 9-6. Let's see if Hector Santiago can even up this series. Montgomery's first one tonight is lifted out to shallow left. Franklin Gutierrez comes in, and the left fielder will put it away. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the ballgame.
Gutierrez, who's played center field, went after that baseball as if he was the center fielder and not actually going for that ball. Called it off right away. Good communication to run that one down.
So it'll bring up Cole Calhoun. 266, 10 home runs, 47 runs batted in. Cole last night with a multi-hit game, a double and a home run. 2 for 5 overall. Halos had a total of 8 hits. So they've run into some pretty good pitching in the last 2 games. Chris Russin did a nice job against the Angels, even though the Angels picked up the victory in Wednesday's game against the Rocks, and of course Felix Hernandez last night. This one pulled to the right side. Montero can't get it. It's a single for Cole with 1 out here in the first.
Good level swing there from Cole. Monday key for this game being back up here. He's going a little Queens right. Eyes of a stranger. When you haven't seen a pitcher before, you want to try to see and get his tendency, where he's going to throw the baseball, what counts he's going to throw, his off-speed pitches. So get to know him a little bit more so and get an eye on those pitches, especially out over the plate where he occasionally will make a mistake, especially, I'll go back to it again, if you throw him off his rhythm.
So Trout will bat with a man on and 1 out. Cole last night had a double with 1 out of the first, but was stranded in scoring position as Trout looks at his strike. Mike 1 for 4 with a single and a couple of punch outs last night, hitting .304, 24 bombs, 50 runs batted in. Cano shading Trout toward the middle as he cuts through this one. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Montgomery, when he first was drafted, there was that conversation, especially when he was such a big prospect with Kansas City. He used to rush the fastball up to the mid to upper 90s. Now, he can still get that 4-seam fastball to the mid 90s, but he's a guy that sinks the ball very well now.
And this one's pulled foul. Mechanics have been adjusted as well. He's a little cleaner mechanically. Started his career with the Royals, as you said, went to Tampa Bay as part of the James Shields trade, that big one that also sent Will Myers to the Rays, and then got traded over to Seattle for Erasmo Ramirez.
He's a guy that was going up the chain in Kansas City, but AAA couldn't find the strike zone. AA couldn't find the strike zone. He'll throw a changeup, but also throw a palm ball as part of his changeup, and a spike curveball. Means he'll really get on top of that curveball and try to even bounce it in the dirt when he's ahead of the count, which he is right here, right now against Trout.
7 major league starts all this season, 4-2 and a 1.62 ERA. 0-2 to Trout down upstairs. Evens a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cole over at first base with a 1-out single. Trout loops one out toward right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Calhoun, a good read. Going to try to go to third. The throw from Trumbo is up the line. So everyone is safe, and the Angels have runners at the corners here with 1 out and Albert coming up.
Yeah, no question. That was an excellent read by Cole Calhoun. As soon as he saw that ball off the bat, he knew that Trumbo, because he's playing deeper in right field, is not going to be able to make that play. So off the bat, challenges Trumbo's arm, who does have a good throwing arm. That fastball was elevated. Again, most flares of the outfield are going to be elevated pitches, and that was the case. But Trumbo charged that well, and a pretty firm throw to third, but it was all about that read for Calhoun to be successfully going the first third.
And Trumbo, as he did with the Angels in the limited time he was in the outfield, likes to play a little bit deeper. Easier for him to come in on a baseball. So Albert batting here. Infield back at double play depth with 1 out, and Albert skies one foul. 260 average, 26 home runs, 56 runs batted in after going 0 for 4 last night. He's at 546 career home runs. Too shy of tying Mike Schmidt, the all-time list. Upstairs, 1-1. He's one extra base hit away, tying Ty Cobb.
Some serious names he's catching and passing.
Albert with 1,135 extra base hits in his career. 1-1. Down low. 2 balls and a strike. Montgomery hasn't allowed that many hits in his 7 starts. 34 in 50 innings of work. Good ratio as far as strikeouts to walks, 31-13.
Yeah, right-handed batters only hitting 184 against him. Lefties just 214.
Check swing did not go. 3-1. It seems like he hides the baseball pretty well. He's delivered.
He's really smooth at his mechanics. Mentioned when he was in the minor league system with the Royals, really had a tough time throwing consistent strikes. It's not the case anymore.
Albert bounces it foul, a full count.
See, we'll throw a cut fastball inside like that. Between his fastball and his cut fastball, about 66% of his pitches will be the firm stuff. I wonder if Trout will be going here. Got to believe he's going to be going.
So do the Mariners.
And when he's delivering the baseball home, Montgomery, he's real quick. He does a slide step. He's not allowed a stolen base yet this year. As 1 pickoff.
Trout goes 3-2, yanked foul down the line.
Off speed pitch. Albert did a nice job of tucking his hands in and pulling that one foul. Again, another pitch upstairs. Montgomery with a lot of family and friends probably watching the game back in Southern California. Grew up in Santa Clarita, went to Hart High School. Teammate of Trevor Bauer from the Cleveland Indians. A lot of good baseball players over the years came from Hart High School.
Another 3-2. Albert fouls it back. Trout was on the move again.
You have to have a lot of trust in Albert. One of two things: he's going to make contact, or if it's out of the zone, he's not going to chase. Because Mike Trout right now is not getting a real good jump against Montgomery. Zunino has a pretty good throwing arm.
Off speed, pulled foul. Kick saving a beauty right there.
A lot of action right down in that spot already. Zunino has thrown out 27% of would-be base stealers. And Trout is not getting a real good jump. He's trying to figure out the timing, but you can't go unless you see Montgomery go home. And he's done a pretty good job as far as throwing off the timing of Mike Trout.
This one's a fair ball. It's off the foot, so it's called foul by Bill Miller, the home plate umpire. Walked that one off.
See exactly where this baseball got him, right off the top of the foot. See his reaction right away. He's got a lot of pitches in this sequence on that part of the plate, that's for sure. Whether it's been off speed, cut fastballs, or four-seam fastball, a lot of pitches in.
Calhoun and Trout with back-to-back singles with one out here in the first. And then we'll check in on Trout again. Off speed, broken bat this time, foul. She has been very busy down there.
Yes.
Now we're starting to see more and more off-speed pitches the way he's been swinging the bat. Saw some last night from Felix.
Remember earlier in the season, people were trying to pound him with fastballs.
It's a bouncer toward third. Seager comes home. Calhoun in a rundown. 2 outs.
That's a good play by Seager. Because I don't know if he's going to be able to turn a double play. That's a long throw to second, and with Trout going, it's going to be difficult to turn a double play. A wise decision to go home. But a team that has not been loaded with a lot of runs scored, trying to prevent, and that's a throw where the catcher can see it. It's up that first baseline of the home plate. Be able to have a clear vision for Zunino to catch it. And a good job as far as a rundown also prevent Trout from getting to third.
So 2 outs, runners at first and second. Pujols reaching on the fielder's choice. And here's Eric Ibar. Eric 2 for 4 last night with a couple of singles and a run scores. He chops this one to Seager, and the Angels will leave a couple of men on base. We're to the bottom of the first with no score here at Safeco. For the Seattle Mariners, 8 games back in the American League West. They will have Chris Taylor leading things off at shortstop. Franklin Gutierrez in left field. Robinson Cano at second. Nelson Cruz, the All-Star at DH. Kyle Seager at third. Mark Trumbo at right. Jesus Montero, seeing action for the first time at the big league level this year, will play first base. Mike Zunino behind the plate. Dustin Ackley rounding out that starting nine. He's the center fielder. Taking on Hector Santiago. Pitching in his 18th game, his 17th start of the year.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball so well. We talked about his great ERA in the opening, but my go-tos for him today is that keep that getting that first pitch strike one percentage, 58%, and now only going up, getting ahead of the count. Reason why it's important, on 0-2 counts and 1-2 counts, hitters in 219 and 148 against Hector this year when he's got ahead of the count like that.
No balls and 2 strikes on Taylor. 25 games this year, a 176 average, 2 doubles, a triple, 1 RBI.
And this is the count where Hector's been very, very good finishing off hitters. 1-2 count, 148, this 9 for 61.
Taylor late on the swing, goes down for the first out. Halos defensively tonight have Daniel Robertson in left field, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield consists of David Freese, Eric Ibar, Johnny Giavatelli, and Albert Pujols. Run around from third to first. Chris Arnetto behind the plate.
Well, most times with Hector, when the ball is put in play, it's going to generally be a fly ball, and Mike Trout has been outstanding. 0 errors in his last 238 total chances in center field. Second most as far as outfield chances. Kevin Pillar leading that category this year in the American League. Throwing better too, Trout, because he's getting behind the baseball well. We talked about playing shallow and going back on the baseball. Been a very solid center fielder this season.
1 ball, 1 strike on Franklin Gutierrez, hitting .304. It was a home run. 2 RBIs, 10 games at the major league level this year. Just sitting out all of last year. A arthritic problem in his body. He's had to deal with a number of injuries throughout the years. Had the intestinal issue back in 2012. He's had to deal with a torn pec, a hamstring issue. That's just over the last, basically going back to 2012, 2013, then missing all of last year before coming back. He shoots this one to the right side, and that's a base hit on a 1-2 count. Good piece of hitting by Gutierrez, puts a man on for Seattle.
And that's what they did very effectively last night against Richards, going the other way. Fastball, that one at 95, but elevated enough where he can get the good part of the bat on the baseball and shoot that ball in between Pujols and Giavotella. Just went with the pitch behind in the count. That's what you're trying to do as a hitter. In protect mode, look for something elevated. He got it, punched it in the right field for a hit.
So Robinson Cano bats with a man on and 1 out. And last night against Garrett, it was really the inability to throw breaking balls consistently for strikes that kind of came back to haunt Garrett. Mariners sat on a lot of fastballs last night. Angels giving up a season high 19 hits, and that was a season high for Seattle as well. Cano drives one out to center. Towering fly ball that Trout has a beat on. Gutierrez back to first, will tag. He's going to try to go to second. The throw from Trout a little bit high, and Gutierrez slides in underneath the tag.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad decision by Gutierrez because he saw that Trout was drifting back on the baseball, didn't get himself behind the ball to be able to come forward with the throw. Drifting back and off balance, but still a very close play. If that ball is down a little bit, I think Eric's going to be able to apply the tag and get Gutierrez at second base.
A 2 out to the man in scoring position for Seattle. Here's Nelson Cruz, the DH. Cruz now a 4-time All-Star. With a lefty on the mound, he bats in the 4th spot. It's a cleanup hitter. With the righty, like last night, he bats in the 3 spot. Seager gets cleanup. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nelson hitting .305. 21 home runs, 52 runs batted in. The home run total is tied for 5th with Josh Donaldson at the start of the day. Pujols and Trout 1-2 in the American League, leading that category. Mark Teixeira leads in runs batted in with 62. Foul and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Mislocation on that fastball, but enough zip on that baseball at 93 because Iannetta was setting up in. He wanted that fastball up and in. It was out over the plate and down.
Big lead for Gutierrez with 2 outs here in the 1st. It's a grounded towards short. Ibar can't get it. He goes into left. Gutierrez will come in to score, and it's 1-0 Seattle. So twice in this inning on a 1-2 count, the Mariners picking up hits.
The pitch was down and out over the plate. Hector not real happy with himself. See how that fastball cut back across the plate. Wanted to be that 2-seam fastball run down and away, but it ran over the middle of the plate. And Cruz, who's an RBI machine, with his 53rd RBI of the season.
So it'll bring up Seager. Mariners last night struck for a run in the first inning on the Morrison home run. Do the same here tonight. Seager has an 0-1 count. Third baseman making a nice play on the grounder by Pujols to throw out Cole Calhoun, trying to score from third. This one's out toward right center field. That's another hit. Trout over to cut it off. Does so. Heading to third is Cruz. He'll be stopped there. Seager into second with a double. th double of the season for Seager.
See where this pitch is located. Inner half of the plate. You see a catcher reaching back, missing location. For a club that's not hitting real well for the most of the season, it certainly swung the bat well in these first two games.
Everything's been on hard stuff, though. So until you start mixing in the off-speed stuff.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the opening, and when we talked about Hector, because he jumped on a lot of hard fastballs and sliders from Garrett. You got to think in terms of change up, off speed, and then that makes your fastball better. Then they can't sit on the hard stuff and be able to drive the ball to all fields.
It's a quick visit by Butcher. And now Mark Trumbo at the plate. Back-to-back two-out hits, giving the Mariners a 1-0 lead. Now 2 men in scoring position. Hector will work for the full windup. Skied on the right side. Giavattel and Pujols. Albert calls off Johnny. And we'll squeeze it for the third out. So no more damage, although Seattle strikes early. Well, into the second with the Angels trailing it. Like last night, the Angels play from behind, down 1-0 as we start the second. Angel fans, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag WestDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Halos here in the second, sending up Freeze, Crone, and Ionetta against Mike Montgomery. Lefty's first pitch is a strike. David back at third base after getting the quasi night off. Felix Hernandez on the mound. He did play late in the game last night. 0 for 1 with a RBI, reached on the fielder's choice, and that was a call that was overturned in the ninth inning. Originally called would have been a game-ending double play. This one grounded to short. David trying to pull that outside pitch. Taylor, low throw, but Montero has the foot on the bag for the first out. Hey fans, the Angels will take on the Red Sox July 18th at 6:05, and those in attendance will receive a Nitto Eco bag courtesy of Nitto Tire while supplies last. Be sure to purchase your tickets at the stadium box office or online.
Once again, a lot of Angel fans here in Seattle. It's a pretty cool giveaway too.
On the DH once again last night. Couple of hits, 2 for 3, 2 singles, a strikeout and a walk. Average 248. Fouls this one off. Has 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in. The Angels did make a roster move after the game last night and got back up to 25 today as they optioned Efrain Navarro after the game last night. They recalled Vinny Pestano. Needing that arm in the bullpen with the Houston Street dealing with that sore groin. With Mike Sochi, Mike Butcher, another option out there just in case. 2-1 pitch is cut on and missed. Good changeup.
Yeah, it's good. That's that palm ball changeup he has. And we talk about changeup. There's so many different grips for your changeup. It's whatever you're comfortable with, having the same arm action and motion as your fastball, but take speed off the pitch.
There's another one. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now he's elevated some pitches already. Generally, he's downstairs with everything. He's throwing the ball very, very well. 1.62 ERA coming into this game.
He got in on the hands there on that fastball. Montero, the first baseman, underneath this one. 2 outs. Chris Iannetta now coming up. Montgomery's last start was at Oakland on July 5th. Gave up a run on 6 hits, 5 2/3 innings. This is his 8th major league start all this season. The worst game he's had as far as runs allowed, 4. Was against the Giants here on the 18th of June. As Iannetta pops it up. Montero back. Gives way to Robinson Cano. And the Halos go down in order. We will head to the bottom of the second. Still 1-0 Seattle.
Coming up, here's our timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet. Back in 1934, Carl Hubble struck out 5 straight future Hall of Famers in the All-Star game. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, and Joe Cronin. That's a pretty good All-Star game, don't you think?
Absolutely.
For Carl Hubble. That's dealing. That's where, we talked about in the pregame show not being able to breathe. How do you breathe when you're facing those 5 guys?
Yeah. Remember, obviously a little bit before our time, but Pedro Martinez.
Yes.
Was it 99?
Was
Struck out the side to start the game. Then struck out Mark McGwire to start the second. This was grounded to second base by Montero. And then ended up striking out Jeff Bagwell.
Yes.
He had 5 strikeouts, the first 6 batters to start that All-Star game.
Did Fernando Valenzuela do that too down in Houston, the old Astrodome? He dealt. Pitchers always get the advantage in those All-Star games, especially now when you only pitch 1, maybe 2 innings at the most. So hitters don't get a chance to read your pitches, especially when you play in a different league. Good curveball first pitch. That's a good adjustment for Hector. You just can't stay, that similar pattern of going fastball in, first pitch, fastball, back inside again. You just got to change speeds.
One count on Zunino, the catcher. 167 average, 9 home runs, and 20 runs batted in. Down low. Zunino last night 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and a sac fly and a sac bunt. Ground ball toward the middle, should be playable for Ibar. Trouts. Hey, Tuesday, baseball's best players gathered in Cincinnati for the Midsummer Classic with home field advantage for the World Series on the line. Our coverage of the 2015 MLB All-Star Game begins Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Who knows, there might be another young Mark Kubica there in Cincinnati striking out 2 batters.
I know there's 26, at least when they announced the roster, 26 first-time All-Stars in that game in Cincinnati. Some great young talent too.
Nothing like fine young talent. Comes to baseball. Dustin Ackley, the center fielder. Takes low. 2 balls and a strike. Ackley hitting .216. Shoots to the left.
And another pitch up. Trying to make contact. That's a pretty good swings in these games so far against Angel pitching. Just trying to put the ball in play, not trying to do too much, not trying to pull the baseball.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Taylor, struck out to start the bottom of the first. He drives one out toward right center field. Trout moving back on it, now onto the track, will make the catch in front of the wall to end the inning. Taylor gave it a ride to the wrong part of the ballpark. 2 complete. Seattle up 1-0. to face Mike Montgomery. Daniel Robertson getting to start in left field tonight. .297 average with a couple of runs batted in. Two balls, no strikes, no strikeouts, no walks for Montgomery. 2 hits allowed. Back to back to Cole and Trout in the first. Pujols into a fielder's choice. Calhoun put out, and then Ibar to fielder's choice to end the threat.
Well, you think at some point you might challenge Montgomery because he's going to fall towards third base a little bit. And Montero over at first base challenged by pushing a bunt down that first baseline at some point.
Full count. Good off-speed pitch. Down goes Robertson for the first out. That's some serious confidence right there for a rookie pitcher. A 3-2 count to the 9th place hitter.
Yeah, he really kept himself under control. Sometimes when you're throwing something off speed on a 3-2 count, you get quick. Your arm's quicker and you pull it across your body, but very, very fluid there on that pitch.
Giavotella swung at the first pitch of the ball game and hit a fly ball to left, so he's 0 for 1. Looks at a strike. Bill Miller, by the way, calling the balls and strikes tonight. He's the crew chief. Doug Eddings at first, Andy Fletcher at second, Jordan Baker over at third.
Tell you what, a lot of pitches on the inner half of the plate against right-handed batters, whether it's his cut fastball, and throw his changeup away, his curveball down and in also.
Tried to backdoor that one pretty close. 1-2. Cole on deck. Seattle getting the run of the first inning. RBI single by Nelson Cruz, just beyond the reach of Eric Ibar. Just bounce foul.
A lot of action down there. That means he's pitching inside a lot, both off-speed pitches and cut fastballs and four-seam fastballs inside.
This one pulled down the left field line, tried to sneak another fastball, and it's a fair ball. Rattles in the corner. Giavotella to second with a double, and that's his 14th of the season.
Yeah, the birthday boy gets a double. Turned 28 today, Giavotella. A smile on his face. He got his hands inside that baseball. Number of pitches inside. You see how he could tuck his hands in. He got the barrel of the bat out and hooked it right down the left field line for a double. In scoring position for Cole Calhoun's 14th double of the season.
So man in scoring position with one out, Cole up. 1 for 1 with a single.
Pretty good pitch to hit right there by Cole. Inner half of the plate. All speed that stayed on the inner half. He wanted to throw that one away.
And that gets him the off-speed pitch. And we'll put 2 on for Trout.
And another breaking ball kind of slipped out of his hand. Right around the end on the Calhoun name.
Chow with a single in the first inning is 1 for 1. Speed on the bases with Giavitello at second, Calhoun at first. And that is driven to straightaway center field. Ackley racing back, pulls up. Goodbye baseball. A 3-run blast for Mike Trout, and the Angels take a 3-1 lead.
Oh, the best play in baseball. The 3-run home run for Mike Trout. Second time he's done this on this road trip. 4th home run. Also on this road trip for Trout. Home run number 25, now giving him 53 RBI. Fastball, they want it up and in. When you go down and in against Trout, you're going to see some damage. Just how quick his bat is. That ball's on the inner half of the plate and down with a fastball, and he hits it out to center field. That's how strong he is.
25 home runs, now trailing Pujols by 1. Albert pulls it foul.
That's 51 home runs combined by the dynamic duo of Trout and Pujols.
3rd home run allowed by Montgomery. One and two.
It's 4 home runs in the last 4 games for Trout.
And it snaps, by the way. An 0 for 15 for the Angels with men in scoring position.
It's a good way to snap out.
Right? Well, he snapped out of that 0 for 27 in a big way in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
A week ago tonight. And Albert lines one, and Cano can't get it. It's just beyond his reach. So a double, a hit by pitch, a home run, now a single to Pujols. And Ibar comes up.
And the interesting thing, we talked about getting to know someone second time through. Look what happened second time through for the Angels against Montgomery. Pitch out over the plate again, mislocation. Albert going right back up the middle, hit hard.
Ibar pulls a foul. Kyle Seager fan, very happy, got a foul ball. Eric 0 for 1. He pulls this one foul. A lot of right-handed batters tonight for the Angels trying to pull Montgomery.
And a lot of times, you know, the guys that I always remember so well on that pitch on the inner half, Paul Molitor and Robin Yount, when you threw enough of those pitches inside like that, they were able to get their hands inside, hit the ball hard to right center field. It's very difficult to keep those pitches fair when they're off the plate like he has been throwing against the right-handed batters. But you get your hands inside the baseball, hit the ball hard the other way, force him to bring some of those pitches out over the plate, and then you could do some damage.
Freeze grounded out to short. His first at bat, 0 for 1. Came in batting .246 with 10 home runs, 37 RBIs. Pujols over at first. 0-2. Ground ball over to Seager. He'll go the short way. They force out Pujols, and that'll do it for the Angels. But double by Giamatelli. Calhoun hit by a pitch, and then a 3-run blast by Mike Trout, his 25th of the year.
How quick that bat is on a fastball down the dead center, number 25, Trout.
Hey folks, tomorrow the Tigers are in Minnesota to take on the Twins in a game you can only see on Fox Sports 1 beginning at 1 p.m. Pacific. Then at 4, it's baseball night in America as the Yankees take on the Red Sox on your local Fox station. It's all tomorrow on your home for baseball every Saturday, Fox and Fox Sports 1. Gutierrez, Cano, Cruz for Seattle here in the third inning. Hector Santiago was allowed to run on 4 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks. Franklin with a base at the right field in the first. He scored the only Mariner run. He skies this one out to shallow right center. Giamatelli backpedaling out, gets called off by Cole Calhoun. He'll make the catch for the first down.
Some serious height to that fly ball.
There's Cano. Skied with a Trout in the first inning.
Boy, speaking of Trout, we mentioned he's got 4 home runs in his last 4 games. Those home runs combined as far as seconds getting out might not have been 10 seconds. How quick each one of those home runs has got out of the ballpark for Trout. The one he had up in Colorado got out in 2 seconds. 119.7 miles per hour bat speed off. Baseball off the bat.
Never boring with Mike Trout, that's for sure. You notice that nobody ever asks us that question of who would you pay to watch?
Yeah.
This one fouled off to it too.
It's like if you're a roadie, you get to travel with the Rolling Stones every time they go out on tour. Hey, how's it feel like to hang around with the Rolling Stones? Well, how do you think it is? It's just like at us. How does it feel to see Mike Trout play every day? We look for something amazing each and every day. And that man right there, same thing. Future Hall of Famer and Albert Pujols. would not be surprised in this game if Pujols hits one out also. It seems to be that Trout hits a home run, Pujols will hit a home run.
Full count. Trout now with 25 home runs, the most he's had before the All-Star break in his brief big league career.
Still only 23 years old, doesn't turn 24 till August 7th.
Yeah, last year he had 22 before the break. Cano shoots one out to the alley in left center field. Trout's not going to get there, slicing away from him. Mike cuts it off, but off balance, so Cano will get to second with a double, standing up. His 23rd double of the year. If he cuts it off and is able to get his footing quickly, I think maybe he keeps Cano to a single.
Yeah, but even to cut that one off, it's pretty impressive for what Trout did. That baseball's tailing well, he hit well. That's two good at bats for Cano against Hector Santiago so far in this game. Did a nice job cutting it off. Not able to throw out Cano as he gets his 23rd double. And another hit going the other way against an Angel pitcher.
Yep. Cano, by the way, starting to heat up. 375 average in July. Cruz will look at a strike. Nelson with an RBI single in the first, picking up his 53rd run batted in. Good off-speed pitch. An even better location, 0-2.
Well, you can see how his head flew off the baseball and eyes away from the baseball for Nelson Cruz because he was looking fastball. And you could throw that pitch again, but just a little bit further off the plate. Almost as if he's anticipating something on the inner half of the plate now.
Back inside with a fastball. And you know what? If he hits his spot, Cruz is done because Cruz was looking away.
He's got good coverage out over the plate, especially when it's elevated.
Jammed him.
And what you're noticing back there, Chris Iannetta is not setting up where the pitch is going to be thrown until the last second. When you have a man at second, it's not about giving what pitch the guy is throwing on the mound. It's location where the catcher's setting up. So Iannetta's waiting to the last second before setting up his target.
Two balls and two strikes. Pretty much overcast skies throughout the entire day today, but still very nice. Mild temperatures, not as hot as it has been here the last couple of days. Slight little breeze today. Didn't feel one at all last night in here. 2-2, broken bat flare. Giamatella has it. He's going to turn it into a double play.
Boy, the birthday boy doing with the glove and with the bat so far in this game.
Halos lead it 3-1 as we head to the fourth. By Johnny Giavatello to finish off the third.
As he's getting back in his position, leaps up, makes a play, flips it over to Eric Aybar to get that second out, double play, but timed it perfectly, his leap, but he's trying to keep Cano close, start going back to his normal fielding position, had to go back, makes a nice play on that semi-line drive.
C.J. Cron gets into one to deep left field. This one's got a chance to get out. It does. A big fly for C.J. Cron to lead off the fourth. His fourth home run of the season makes it 4-1 Halos.
Boy, a pitch out over the plate. Looked like it was going to be a little two-seam fastball from Montgomery. C.J. Cron starting to use that power bat. Saw it very much on display in Texas. A pitch out over the plate, got the arms extended, and out to left center field for C.J. Cron. His fourth home run over that 376 sign. Keep in mind, Montgomery in 50 innings pitched this year has only had allowed 2 home runs. 2 in this game already. Just like we said with Chad Bettis in Colorado, he had only allowed 4 home runs the entire season, gave up 4 home runs in the first 3 innings of that game.
Oh, 2 count on Chris Iannetta, who popped out his first time up.
Much better balance to his swing for C.J. Cron, not out in front. Not chasing necessarily pitches out of the strike zone either. The team now 94 home runs for the Halos.
Iannetta lifts one out to right field, not very deep. Trumbo comes in and to his left, puts it away. Out number 1.
So that good balance right through. They got the leg down. Talk to Don Baylor, Paul Sorrento, Dave Hansen about that timing mechanism. C.J. Cron getting that foot down, then the barrel of the bat through the zone. A good path he has right now working.
I mentioned 94 home runs for the Angels. They are 5th. Were 5th in the American League at the start of the day. This was grounded left side, cut off by Seager. Robertson retired for number 2. Daniel 0 for 2 tonight.
Tell you what, Seager can make some solid defensive plays at third base. Gold Glove last year. He's got good range. And a solid throwing arm also. It stays down very well on the baseball when it's hit his way.
Giavatello 1 for 2 with a double. The hole here, the ball and 2 strikes.
Well, there has been a ton of baseballs hit in that side of the field, whether by the dugout or down the line against Montgomery by the right-handed batters tonight.
What were you saying? Now, the ball girls usually switch places, like in the 4th or 5th inning. I think it's the 5th inning.
Might be earlier now.
She's ready to tap out.
Yeah, I bet enough.
Like, let's go.
Made some good plays so far. Saying I'm a little bit worn out down here.
Watch out. That came up and got you, but tell him maybe he got on the forehead.
Saw that with Pujols not too long ago. Same thing, knocked his helmet off. Reaching for this off-speed pitch. Knocked the helmet off and got the forehead. And you know Scioscia's saying something pretty funny. You know he's giving him some grief there. Saying happy birthday.
And I think with John, he always looks angry, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got that game face going at all times, doesn't he?
Bitter Chinsky guy. This one.
And a true pitcher throwing the same exact pitch, trying to get to do the same thing again. Out in front. Pulled that one foul.
Double that Johnny hit in the 3rd inning, his 14th of the year.
That was on a fastball in the inner half. Montgomery's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches here.
See, I would venture to say, like a pitch like that, when a hitter ever did that to you, you'd be screaming at them.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. There's just something. Been together now 6 years. There's something, I don't know. I can't put a finger to it. That pitch is like 3 baseballs off the plate. You're thinking you got a swing and a miss. Basically throw the bat at it. Foul it off.
It's one of those ones that, okay, you want to be on base that bad? Okay, I'll hit you. You go to first base that way.
2-2. Down low. Full count now. Cole on deck.
This trying to establish the fastball in, by the way.
That's it.
Yeah. Not intentionally ever trying to hit anybody. He's trying to pitch inside effectively.
I wish there was a post-game press conference where the pitcher would just come out and say, absolutely, I tried to drill him. I was aiming for the ribs. I got him in the buttocks. Hang with him. 3-2, and he got him looking. I'm not sure it was a strike, but Johnny goes down looking. The Halos do add a run. C.J. Crow with his 4th home run of the season. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. The Angels leading it 4-1. Of the 4th here at Safeco Field. And the Angels will host the Minnesota Twins on July 21st at 7:05. And fans in attendance will receive the Hawaiian Angels hat, courtesy of Chevron Extra Mile, while supplies last. Be sure to purchase tickets at the stadium box office or online.
I can't wait for that one. The Hawaiian hat. Everyone's checking their cell phones just to remember what date that is for that Hawaiian hat here.
Circling it on the calendar?
Yes.
Rally monkey. Hawaiian rally monkey.
Yes. And you in the hula skirt?
It's a good thing when we shoot the open, it's from the waist up. Seager with a double of the first is 1 for 1 in the hole here. No balls, 2 strikes. Just giving up 5 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout.
Hector's faced 14 batters in this game at this point, 11 first pitch strikes.
Popped up, playable for Freeze. He gets over there in time and goes off the glove. Hopefully he's all right. Went into a slide.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. He slid on there and got his neck and head area. See how dirty his hat is. And sliding in. Bends his neck and then hits his head on the dirt. Everyone's looking down at David at that point.
What in the world? Seager strikes out swinging. Good off-speed pitch from Hector Santiago. 1 down.
I don't know if the fellow was just looking on when Freeze went sliding in there. Perfect pitch right there. Hard slider, even a cut fastball for Hector with a swing and miss. His second.
Trumbo popped out his first time up. There in the right fielder's 0 for 1. More and more off-speed pitches now for Santiago, and he's throwing up for strikes, so kind of keeping these guys a little bit more off balance.
It's a game of adjustments, whether you're a hitter at the plate or a pitcher on the mound. Looks like Iannetta wants to go with a changeup here. See if Hector agrees with him. He's going to go a little cut fastball in. Hector so far in this game has had 4 0-2 counts. It's obviously what you want to do. Batting average against you when you get to that point considerably lower. So many more options to finish off a hitter.
Fastball got him looking. Down goes Trumbo, 2 outs.
94-mile-an-hour fastball inside. Set up well. Off speed to pitch before. Fastball firm on the inside corner. Call 3rd strike.
One ball, 1 strike. Jesus Montero for 1. Grounded out his first time up. His first big league at bat this year. Tearing it up at AAA, 332. 15 home runs, 68 runs batted in at AAA Tacoma. He pulls this one through the left side. That's a 2-out single.
Good job of bringing his hands in to be able to get that barrel of the bat, hit that ball by Freeze in the left field. Remember when he first came out with the Yankees, he had great power to right center field. He let the ball travel and hit the ball that way. This time he's looking around, looking to turn on that one, and he did and got it through the hole. He even had 5 triples down there in AAA, so he had some unbelievable numbers. So far, a good sequence. Firm fastball, swing and miss, change up right on the outside corner from Hector. Again, ahead of the count. 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes. Zunino with a ground down in the second is 0 for 1. Halos in the 5th have Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming up. Down goes Zunino on the off-speed pitch. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Hector Santiago. 4 in the books. It's a 4-1 Angels lead. Charger with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. This car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT&T Uverse, more live channels on the go than cable. And by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit HEFINS.com. Mike Montgomery, 77 pitches through 4 innings. He's allowed 2 home runs, a 3-run shot to Trout, solo shot to Crone. He has 3 strikeouts and no walks. He's given up 6 hits.
Had been unbelievable his last 3 starts.
Yeah. Facing Cole Calhoun. Cole fouls off the first pitch. Cole, a single in the first, hit by a pitch in the third. This one back toward the middle. Cano to the backhand. The throw pulls Montero off the bag, and Cole is safe.
It's going to be a close play. End up getting a base hit at it for Cole Calhoun. Off balance throw by Cano and up the first baseline. Montero tried to apply the tag, but Cole able to avoid the tag and gets an infield base hit. They're looking to see if a tag was applied. One McClendon looking in for the next pitch being made to see if it's worth the challenge. See if a tag was applied. It looked like he got him.
Here's a better question. Did Cole touch the base?
Another those tough plays too as a base runner. That's where you'd hope you make it through that play and not get injured.
Trout takes outside. Because in theory, Montero could just gone back and tagged him.
Or even step on the base at that point because he's never touched the base.
One 0 outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Cole, by the way, gets credited with a single, his second hit of the night.
Been on base 3 times. Hit by a pitch and 2 singles.
Three balls and no strikes. Trout with a single and a 3-run home run. 25th of the year. Trout now joining Mel Ott, Eddie Matthews, Frank Robinson as players with 25 or more home runs in 4 seasons before turning 24. That's some pretty good company.
Yeah.
Three 1. And he'll look at a strike. Oh,
wow.
That wasn't a strike.
No.
And you seldom see Trout do that. Flip the bat. That pitch was down and in.
See the target being set. He's got to reach down, Zunino. That's quite a bit off the inside corner and down.
Three 2. Reaches for this one, pulls it to short. Taylor bobbles it. Everyone's going to be safe. So Taylor will get charged with an error, his 3rd of the season.
The Trout chased the high changeup. So a missed opportunity for Seattle. Potentially could have been a double play ball. Instead, no outs, and you got Albert Pujols coming to the plate.
Do you know what? You go back to that swing by Trout, forced to swing at that pitch because of the one before.
Yeah, it's close enough to the plate. You have to protect.
Albert takes down and in. Pujols tonight 1 for 2, a fielder's choice and a single. Pulls this one to 3rd. Seager has it, feeds Cano for 1. That's going to turn into an easy double play, 2 outs. I think Albert thought it was the 3rd out, by the way, and he's going to hand off his helmet to Alfredo.
Hit well by Pujols, but right at Seager.
Calhoun at 3rd with 2 down, and here's Ibar, 0 for 2. Eric struck out in the 3rd, his last time up.
Not be surprised if you see Eric try to push a bunt down the first base line here. Even though with 2 outs, you beat that one out.
Pulls this one to 3rd. Seager's there. He's been busy tonight. That's the third out. So the Angels get the first two on. Nothing out of it, however. So we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Still 4-1 Angels. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Nine, 1, and 2 for Seattle. Ackley, Taylor, and Gutierrez.
We're really mixing up that first pitch. He consistently is getting ahead of the count. 14 first pitch strikes and 18 batters. Face for Hector, but changing speeds with it.
Good off speed there. Ackley with a single to left in the second inning. Leave it up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels with 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They've left 4 on base. Seattle 1 run. That was in the first inning. 6 hits. They've committed 1 error. They've stranded 4. Exactly takes a called strike. 3 down he goes. 1 out.
That's a perfect, what we talked about is a perfect pitcher's pitch. Fastball outside corner at the knees, unhittable. Nice job by Iannetta keeping that glove there to give him a good look at that pitch. Just touching the lower part of the strike zone.
Phil Miller's got to carry a 2-iron or a 1-iron in his golf bag. He likes that low pitch. You didn't mind it so much.
No. I was going to say, I'm going to salute him for that. Calling that low strike.
Taylor 0 for 2 with a strike and a fly ball to center.
Actually, he likes calling strikes, period.
Broken bat, little looper to second. Giavotella has it. 2 outs.
Giavatella's had a little bit of everything so far today on his birthday. He's got a double, foul one off his forehead, a pitch in the dirt, made a couple plays of line drives his way.
I'd call it a full day.
That's a birthday.
Yeah.
Hal McRae's birthday today.
That's right. 70.
70. And the Hawk, Andre Dawson, turns 61. Hall of Famer.
I think the Hawks still doing stuff with the Marlins down there in South Florida. Yes, he was for a long time. He and Tony Perez.
Great guy. Talk about hitting some vicious line drives. He could do that. Former MVP, National League MVP, the Chicago Cubs. And weren't they the last place Chicago Cubs? Or at least they certainly didn't have a winning record.
Yeah. That was the year that he basically said, you tell me what you want me to make.
Yep.
Ends up winning the MVP. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We showed that thing in the beginning about that All-Star game in Cincinnati. I faced Dawson in that game. He hit a line drive and took my glove right off my hand. Literally right off my hand. Ended up getting an infield hit. I was thankful that it actually hit my glove.
Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. Just slightly nervous in that day. Just a little bit.
Your hair wasn't, though. Your hair had it working.
And those powder blues. Felix Hernandez is everywhere.
Gutierrez pulls one down the left field line. That is a fair ball. It's on his way to second. Easy stand-up double with 2 outs here in the 5th. Second hit of the night.
Nice job of getting his hands inside the baseball there. Also, that pitch was off the plate at 94. Now 5 for... Check that, 3 for 6 in his career versus Hector Santiago with Gutierrez.
Cano looks at a strike. 1 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a double in the 3rd. Reaching for the off speed. Oh, 2. Reaching for this one. Givatelli to his right. And dug out by Pujols at first. Nice play by Albert. That'll do it for Seattle here in the 5th. 4-1 Angels as we head to the 6th inning.
Trout with 2 on. Fastball. Inner part of the plate down. 3-run home run to center field. C.J. Cron gets his arms extended. Home run over 376 sign in left center field. And Hector Santiago, after giving up a run in the first inning, has been dominant since. Changeup's been great, getting ahead of the count. 21 batters faced for Hector in this game. 16 first pitch strikes. 7 0-2 counts.
Halos in here in the 6th inning. We'll have Freese, Cron, and Iannetta to face Mike Montgomery. David fouls it back. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Ground ball to shortstop, and a fielder's choice over to Seager in the 3rd. .92 pitches for Montgomery. 3 strikeouts, no walks. 7 hits allowed. Both teams, as a matter of fact, with 7 knocks tonight.
Certainly impressive, though, Montgomery. He's got good life on his fastball, pitches inside effectively, changes speeds well. A lot of good talent at Hart High School in Santa Clarita. Some good quarterbacks over the years.
Yeah.
Matt Moore, Kyle Bowler, Joe Kapp, all went to Hart High School. Some good baseball players also.
2-2, bouncer toward the middle. That'll sneak through for a base hit. So it's a leadoff knock for Freese.
And now it's time for our AT&T U-verse Rewind. C.J. Cron coming into plate. His last time up in the 4th, leading off that 4th inning. His 4th home run of the season, 16th RBI for C.J. Cron. Good timing on that swing, getting that foot down and barrel through the zone.
Did James Shields go to Hart High School?
Yes, he did.
So
Todd Zeal.
They got traded for each other.
Yes.
Montgomery and Shields did. Or part of the deal.
Pretty sure that doesn't happen too often. Guys who went to the same high school get traded for each other. Although in Southern California, so many great players over the years, there probably has been a few of those.
Yeah. Montgomery is going to be done here. Boy, McClendon coming out and making the move really quick. 95 pitches for the lefty. And Danny Farquhar, who got into the game last night, will come in to pitch here tonight with nobody out here in the 6th inning and a man on. A pitching change first of the evening, with the Angels leading at 4-1. Getting knocked out here in the 6th inning. He's responsible for Freese standing at first base. Starting in and out, who's in, who's out. Danny Farquhar comes on in relief here. And he struggled last night, 1/3 of an inning. Had 2 walks, 1 hit allowed, charged with a run. For Smith had to come in and close it out. He ended up picking up a save last night in a 7-2 game because the tying run was on deck.
Farquhar was very good last season. Fastball 90-94. Doesn't throw a lot of straight fastballs, throws a lot of cut fastballs. Curveball, changeup. Back to my Hyundai key of the game. Eyes of a stranger. Certainly that second time through, seeing some pitches against Mike Montgomery paid off, especially for C.J. Cron.
Cron drives one out toward right center field. First pitch from Farquhar. Trumbo back. That one is gone. A big fly for C.J. Cron, second of the ball game. 6-1 Halos.
Certainly back-to-back at bats for C.J. Cron, seeing the ball, using those eyes, and driving that one out to right center field. 2 home run game for C.J. Cron. 3 RBI.
Second multi-homer game of his brief big league career. The other June 27th last year against Kansas City.
Cut fastball that was elevated. When you throw a cut fastball and it's up in the strike zone, that becomes extremely hittable. C.J. Cron, that timing is very much back for him.
Netta lines one up the middle. It was caught by Cano before it hit the outfield grass, and there's the first out of the 6th. Chris 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, he's been really red hot in his last 4 games. 11 for 15 with 3 home runs, 10 ribeye steaks for C.J. Cron.
Robertson looks at a breaking ball for ball 1. So 5 runs charged to Montgomery. That's the most he's allowed in his brief big league career. And inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Little pop up. Cano racing out, makes the catch, 2 down.
Montgomery had only allowed 9 earned runs and 50 innings pitched this entire season, but 5 here tonight.
Giavitello, leadoff man, looks at strike 1. He's 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the 3rd. This one's pulled down a left field line. That is a fair ball. Giavitello celebrating a birthday today, picks up his 2nd double of the ball game.
Down and got that low pitch. Off-speed pitch down below the strike zone. Dropped the head of the bat, right down the line. Solid birthday so far for Johnny Giavitello. 2 doubles and turned a double play.
10 hits tonight for the Angels.
Is that a triple double then?
Yeah. It's one way to look at it. Cole's been on board 3 times with 2 singles and a hit by pitch. (6-1) Halos here in the 6th inning. Jake Cron with 2 home runs. This one's bounce foul. Halos with an opportunity to pick up a game on the Houston Astros, who lost tonight to Tampa Bay 3-1. Angels with a victory would find themselves a half game back in the West.
Also less losses than the Astros.
Right now even on the loss column.
But again, every time we mention that to Mike Socha, he goes, I don't pay attention to that. We do, though.
Got nothing but time.
Yes.
1-2. Breaking ball. Trout on deck.
It's like asking Jerry Weaver yesterday, how'd you feel after your bullpen session? He goes, well, I woke up in the morning. I said, that's good. That means everything went well for you. He goes, yeah, exactly.
It's half the battle.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning. That is a good sign.
There's no doubt. He was wondering if we were going to mention that last night, so we figured we'll pick him up today. And I saw him playing catch, so again today he woke up. Got to the ballpark, he played some catch, and feeling good.
Two now. Cole strikes out on the off-speed pitch. That'll do it for the Halos, but they tack on 2 more runs. C.J. Cron's second home run of the ball game, 5th of the year. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Halos leading at 6-1. Inning. Angel fans, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag WestDataStrongFan. You just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast, and it's brought to you by T-Mobile. Hector Santiago back to work, and he will face 4, 5, and 6 here for Seattle. Cruz, Seager, and Trumbo.
Another first pitch strike for Hector. 17 of 22 batters faced.
Two balls, one strike. Cruz, an RBI single in the first inning, a double play ball. That little soft liner to Giavotella turned into a double play in the third. Nelson now with 53 runs batted in. Hector with 5 punch outs, no walks. He's allowed 7 hits. Little bouncer off the end of the bat. Giavotella has it. 1 away. Hector certainly has made a terrific adjustment from the first inning on. After the first inning.
Yeah, it's a quick conversation you can tell with Mike Butcher about, hey, you can't just get into that mode and throw on first pitch fastball every time. Even though you're ahead of the count, you can still use your off-speed pitch because he's got a good feel for his changeup, his slider, and curveball, and he can throw them for strikes.
And the Mariners, for as much as they've struggled this year offensively, they've hit better against lefties than they have righties. Seager fouls this one back. Seager's 1 for 2 with a double.
And because you're around the strike zone with all your pitches, you're going to get guys to be aggressive. Even though that was a slider, was a mistake, went over the middle of the plate, and he fouled it back, you could still get some quick outs on first pitches when you start getting the hitters to be aggressive like that.
Slow breaking ball and a long foul ball. The 0-2. Outside. Trumbo on deck. See if he fouls it off, protecting there on the high fastball. Two more here in Seattle tomorrow night, and then Sunday afternoon. Wrap up the quote-unquote first half. All-Star break beginning on Monday. A 4-game break for everyone, and the Angels kick off a homestand on Friday. Seager reaches for this one. 2 down. Hey fans, the Angels will host the Minnesota Twins on July 22nd. That's a 7:05 start. Fans in attendance will receive a Hawaiian rally courtesy of Sungevity while supplies last. Purchase your tickets at the stadium box office or online.
There it is. You were talking about it earlier. You're looking forward to that one.
Shock the monkey.
Little Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. Trumbo chases the arm speed. Marco for 2 with a pop-up and a strikeout looking. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you've said that a lot today for Hector. It's 9 times in this game so far for Hector. Ahead of the count, 0-2.
87 pitches now. 63 have been strikes. The start of the day, 4th in the American League in earned run average. Gave up a run of the first, and he's been locked down to the last 4 2/3. Trumbo fouls it off. Good hack at that one.
He's got him aware of that fastball inside now. You would think now that whole outer half of the plate is wide open for either his changeup or even a potential fastball down and away. Although, as long as it's down, up and away, he's been able to shoot that ball to right field. Trumbo has.
Going back outside, Trumbo takes a called strike, 3. And the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning for Santiago. We'll head to the 7th. Angels leading this one 6-1.
Here, play the game brought to you by Arco. Trout with 2 on. 3rd inning. Got a fastball, inner half, and down. 3-run home run. 25th home run. 53rd RBI season for Mike Trout.
2 for 3 tonight. Pujols on deck. Ibar to follow. Farquhar gave up the home run to Crone. Very first pitch in relief, and then retired the next 2 before giving up the double to Giamatello and striking out Calhoun. So 1 full inning of relief so far for Danny Farquhar. This one's fouled back. Good rip by Trout. 0-2.
Trout with 25 home runs this year. Albert Pujols with 26.
That is driven out to right field. Trumbo moving back on the track, pulls up. That was off the top of the fence and gone. Mike Trout with a multi-homer game makes it a 7-1 lead.
It's the 6th multi-home run game for Mike Trout. Going the other way. He's hit a home run to right center. That one to right center, a little bit further over towards right. And another line drive out of the ballpark for Trout. Pitch up once again, and just how quick and compact that swing is. It's the 2nd multi-home run game in the last 3 games for Trout. Now with 26 home runs, Pujols with 26. Kind of makes you think about 1961 with Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. Maris ended up with 61. Mantle with 54 home runs in that season.
Albert fouls it back. 2nd multi-homer game for Trout on this road trip. The other one was on Wednesday. Pretty good little birthday present for his mom, Debbie, celebrating a birthday tonight.
Yes, indeed. And what we say about it every night, watching him swing the bat, something special.
So he's tied with Albert in home runs and now 2 shy in the RBI category with 54. 2-2. That's a called strike 3. Albert goes down looking 1 away.
Two players at multi-home run games today. C.J. Crone, Mike Trout, 4 home runs in the game, 96 as a team.
Eric batting from the left side for the first time tonight. 0 for 3.
We showed in that graphic in the opening tonight before the game how well the club has played on this road trip. Now they've scored a ton of runs, not homered their opponents. And 4 more home runs tonight.
Dribbler up the line, Farquhar off the mound. 2 outs. It's the second 4 home run game for the Angels on this trip. The other one was on Tuesday against the Rockies.
First 2 series, and you had one in Texas and then in Colorado. Baseball carries well, but this is a big ballpark. And you have 4 home runs here in Seattle at Safeco Field. Very, very impressive.
Not many wall scrapers being hit, regardless of the ballpark. Everything the Angels have hit on this road trip has been hard.
And all these home runs seem to be getting out super fast.
Yeah. Freeze with a single. His last time up is 1 for 3. Ground ball to third. Seager's been busy tonight. Halos are down here the 7th, but they add a run. Mike Trout's second home run of the night. Now with 26 on the season.
Pitch out over the plate, out quick, compact, barrel of bat, and out to right center.
You can follow the Angels all season long with MLB.com at bat. The #1 app for live baseball. At bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Download it your smartphone or tablet today. 7, 8, and 9 for Seattle here in the 7th. Montero, Zunino, and Ackley. Montero, the first baseman, 1 for 2 as he singled his last time up.
See his swing is much better this time, coming back up from AAA. Last couple times we've seen him, he's chased a lot of pitches out of the strike zone.
Still just 25 years of age, native of Venezuela.
Hector trying to tell himself to stay back. He overthrew that 92-mile-an-hour fastball, but he got a strike with it.
Montero skies one. This one will land in the seats. .94 pitches for Hector. Two balls, 2 strikes. The last 2 starts for Santiago. Lasted 7 innings. Picked up a win at Texas earlier on this trip. Had some run support in that one as well. This one's out to shallow right. Cole comes racing in. He's there. 1 away.
It's a good read off the bat by Cole. That looked like it had a chance of flaring in there. No way Johnny Giavatello was going to be able to get back and get that baseball, but a good first step for Calhoun. Runs it down.
So nobody on for Mike Zunino, the catcher. Zunino tonight, a ground out and a strikeout.
Well, you mentioned the adjustments that Hector has made in this game. A lot more off-speed pitches first pitch, and now they're swinging at that and fouling off, missing.
Just a little bit high, apparently. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, perhaps something that C.J. Wilson taking note of. He gets a start tomorrow night.
$16-8 in his career versus Seattle for C.J. Wilson. And you got to use that all your pitches, especially early in the count against Seattle.
Ground ball to short. 2 down. Well, Hector Santiago certainly has pitched like an all-star, even though he's not been named. Didn't get named to the all-star team. Could, maybe outside chance, get named as a replacement should something happen. I know you mentioned Sonny Gray's pitching on Sunday, but there's no doubt certainly he's deserving of it. This one's out to left. Robertson racing back, and that's over his head. Ackley will end up at second with a 2-out double.
Going the other way.
Of the night. Sorry, Mark.
Twice now he's going the other way against Hector. Initially off the bat, looked like Robertson was fooled on that ball. Carried pretty well for Ackley. He's able to play that on one hop off the wall, get it in quickly. That's what Seattle's been wanting to see from Ackley, is be able to drive the ball to that side of the field.
It's what he did when he first got to the big leagues as a rookie.
Look what happens when you play in this ballpark sometimes, because if you want to hit a home run, you almost have to pull the ball if you're a left-handed batter down the right field line, so you get into pull happy mode, and then pitchers figure that out, and then you're susceptible to pitches away. Well, now he's doing a nice job of seeing that ball away and driving the ball to left field.
And you quickly become, the realization hits you that you're actually not a home run hitter.
Yeah. In this ballpark,
Right.
you got to crush the baseball. It's a pitcher's yard. But it's also a yard where you can have a high batting average with the gaps you have here.
One pitch. Wanted to appeal, didn't go. 2 balls in his strike. Evens up the count. Taylor, the shortstop, 0 for 3 tonight.
So even with that pitch over 90+ miles an hour, 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's with the 105th pitch of the game for Hector. He's maintained his velocity from pitch 1 through pitch over 100 consistently this season.
Called strike 3. Down goes Taylor. 7 complete here in Seattle. 1 run allowed for Hector Santiago. The Angels leading this one.
hit 2. C.J. Cron has hit 2, and they lead at 7-1. Heading into the 8th inning over Seattle. Ken French back with you. And don't forget, following this one, it's all about Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Of course, Jose Mota and myself will break this one down and also talk about another great performance by Hector Santiago, giving up just 1 run through 7 innings here at Safeco Field. And don't forget, following the postgame show, it's a brand new edition of Angels Weekly. It's a ride-along with Cesar Ramos. Of course, Matt Shoemaker will bring a preview of In My Own Words. And look ahead to Mike Trout and Albert Pujols going to the All-Star game. That's all about Angels Weekly following the Angels postgame show. And guys, a new edition of Angels Weekly. I think it should be a feature on Mark Gubicza looking back once again at that 1988 All-Star game. It's the mullet that keeps on giving.
Oh,
it's fantastic.
You are the best, Frenchie.
Hey, Frenchie, where's Patrick at?
We heard you getting heckled down there.
Yeah, they want to know where Alex is at too. So I'm just going to go home now.
I love the purple shirt, purple haze. We're in Jimi Hendrix territory.
C.J. Cron, Chris Iannetta, and Daniel Robertson. Hector Santiago, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, no walks, and 8 hits allowed. Lowered his ERA on the season to 2.33, more than likely done after 7.
You just never know with Hector. He talks throughout the whole game. Talks before the game. Signs autographs before the game, which is highly unusual for the starting pitcher, but he certainly has a lot of energy, and he's been using it well this season, daily.
I don't think he sleeps, man.
Oh,
I think he actually might be asleep right now, for all we know. Getting some rest. He is the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, there's no doubt. Boy, down there before the game, you know, the days he pitches, he's walking around in the dugout, just flying back and forth. I'm thinking, hey, you're on the hill tonight, right? Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Joe Bible relieving Farquhar here in the 8th inning. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Farquhar gave up 2 runs on the 2 home runs in his 2 innings of work. Cron fouls it off. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cron denied, 2 for 3. 2 home runs, a solo shot in the 4th inning, a 2-run blast in the 6th. Two-two pitch. And that was fouled back. In case you were wondering, the last 3-homer game an Angels player had was June 13, 2009. Torrey Hunter against the San Diego Padres.
C.J. Cron looking for the natural hat trick here. He's homered in his last 2 at-bats.
Last time the Angels had a game in which 2 or more players had a multi-homer game was August 10, 2009. Vladdy and Kendrys against the Rays. 2-2 again. And that is hammered, but it looks like it's hooking foul. It is.
Wow, that's a long way.
Wow, right size, wrong shape.
Looked like it was working its way over to the Seahawks football stadium. I tried a little Carlton fist. Wow, that's a long way up there. Jeez.
Lifts this one out toward left center. It's playable for Ackley. Headed off the end of the bat. 1 out. Good plate appearance regardless.
I fouled on some tough pitches. Saw a number of pitches in that at bat. It's a good sign. Like I said before, getting that foot down and in the bat. Good path through the zone. It's all about timing and getting the repetitions at the plate.
Netta drives one out to center. It's playable for Ackley as well. 2 down.
Well, the Angels with 4 home runs tonight. Iwakuma, who the Angels had troubles in the past against, although the last few times good success against him, has given up 9 home runs this year in just 21 and a third innings pitched. So stay tuned for tomorrow night.
Trout will get an opportunity in the 9th. Robertson takes a strike. Mike Dew up 3rd in the 9th inning.
He's doing his homework, looking in case Bimel's pitching against him, looking what kind of pitch he's going to throw to him. Does Paul Sorrento tell him that?
Robertson tonight 0 for 3.
And the good ones try to find that little bit of an edge. What pitch will throw in certain counts so you can look in that spot.
I should have prefaced that by saying if Robertson makes an out here, then Trout would be at 3rd. If Daniel should get up, maybe, I don't know, maybe Mike gets up this inning. I didn't want to assume that Robertson was going to make an out here.
No, I think I guess he's going to get a base hit now because of that. Stay back on it, drive it. Good count to do so. 2-1.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Trevor Gott getting ready for the Angels. He will pitch the bottom of the 8th. 2-2. That's low, full count. The thing that stands out by Santiago's performance tonight, the fact that did not walk a batter. Just the 2nd time this season he's had a start that didn't walk someone. That was against Colorado at home on May 13th. Here comes the 3-2. This is back up the middle. It's a base hit. Way to go, Gooby.
Yeah.
Way to pick me up, my man.
There you go. Good swing, too, by Andy Robertson, right back up the middle. Stayed back well in this baseball, was elevated right back by Beimel. Even though a pretty significant lead for the Angels here, Robertson's got to be aware of Beimel. He has an outstanding pickoff move.
Giamatella 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles. Single by Robertson, the 12th hit for the Angels tonight. Beimel pitching in his 25th game with Seattle this year. No record at 2.84 ERA. Has a save. Back toward the middle. Taylor's not going to get there. Back-to-back hits. Robertson will stop at 2nd.
A 3-hit performance for the birthday boy. 2 doubles and a single. Nice piece of hitting right there. Pitch down and away. A little change up. It's by Taylor at shortstop.
Nuno's up and loosening now for Seattle. He pitched last night. Cole at the plate. So like I said, maybe Trout gets an opportunity here in the 8th.
I hear you working.
Cole with a couple of singles, a hit by a pitch and a strikeout. 2 for 3. Also scored a run. No balls, 2 strikes. Seven-1 Halos here in the top of the 8th. Back-to-back 2-out hits, looking for more. One ball, 2 strikes. Cole goes down swinging. The Angels are done here in the 8th. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. 7-1 Halos. Three and 4 coming up. Mike Scioscia hands the ball off to the rookie right-hander Trevor Gott. Pitching in his 12th game, 1-0 record, a 1.64 ERA. And he's scheduled to face Gutierrez, Cano, and Cruz as he takes over for Hector Santiago. Trevor's made an impression certainly on Mike Scioscia and Mike Butcher, making himself a big part of this Angels bullpen in his brief time to the big leagues. And he was part of the Houston Street deal last year, coming over from the San Diego Padres, originally a product out of the University of Kentucky.
Yeah, putting in those high leverage situations. 7th inning, close games. Now here in the 8th inning. Very good fastball. 93 to 98 with very good movement. He can sink it. Also has lateral movement. His slider's been better, and changeup.
First fastball's downstairs. Franklin Gutierrez, the left fielder tonight, 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a fly ball to right. Bouncer towards second. 1 out.
A lot of action that way for Johnny Giavitello in this game. difference about from last night to tonight as far as guys getting on base lead off in inning 5. Leadoff hits or batters on base to start in his 8 innings so far tonight, 0. Getting that first batter out so important. So even if they get a base runner next one, you're still just a ground ball away from a double play and through the inning.
Over to short. Those retired for the second out.
Always nice to get 2 outs and his 3 pitches thrown.
Nelson Cruz looks at a fastball for a strike. Mariner DH and all-star. 1 for 3 tonight. A single back in the first inning.
That's the importance for that slider. It's not they try to guide it, slow down your delivery. I want to see that quick conversation between Butcher and Socha about that. He just slows down his arm delivery on his slider, try to guide it in there instead of just using that fastball and having that same arm slide.
Cruz foul tips out into the mid. Santiago in line for his 6th win in his strong 7 innings tonight. Ground ball to second.
Johnny G again.
He's exhausted. Not going to be able to blow out the candles on the birthday cake tonight.
No.
We head to the ninth. Mike Trout to lead things off, looking for his first 3-homer game of his career. Top of the 9th inning, Mike Trout to lead things off, followed by Albert Pujols and Eric Aybar with the Halos up 7-1. See the leaderboard as far as home runs. The American League. Albert Pujols, Mike Trout at 26. Mike with 2 of them tonight. 6th career multi-homer game, 2nd of this road trip. And trying to pick up his first 3-homer game of his career.
Both on pace for 49 home runs this season, both Pujols and Trout.
Vidal Nuno takes over on the mound for Joe Bible, so one lefty relieves another. Nuno pitched last night, went 1/3 of it, and he gave up a hit and a strikeout. Picked up a strikeout, I should say. Trout takes down and in. '14th game with Seattle after being acquired from the Diamondbacks. 2 balls and no strikes.
Great hitters count now for Trout.
On the corner. Here's the 2-1. Gets underneath this one, skies it to right center. Ackley comes racing in. 1 down. So 3 for 5 night, 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in.
You can see he's a little frustrated. He had a pitch drive, just got underneath that. That would have been real interesting in the old Kingdome here, how high that was hit.
Albert breaks his bat and pulls one down the line, foul. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 for 4 tonight. He singled in the 3rd inning. And Albert lifts one out to right. Trumbo is there. 2 down. We keep talking about, we've talked about it tonight now with Trout and Pujols at 26 home runs each before the All-Star break, and still got 2 days before that ends. But Jacob Jaffe, who works for Stats, giving us some pretty good numbers. American League teammates with more than 25 home runs each pre-All-Star break all time. Of course, these 2 guys are in there. You go back to 61, Maris and Mantle. Roger had 33, Mantle with 29. 96, the Red Sox. Canseco with 26, Boban with 26. And then the Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez. That was in 98. Griffey Jr. with 35 and Alex with 27.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr. had a perfect swing. What did he say? Did he, when he quoted like today or yesterday about he still thought he could do well in a home run derby?
Yeah. Especially in Cincinnati. This will be down the line foul. Nybar broke his back.
You have a lot of people raise their hand. Hey, I'd love to be on the home run derby.
Exactly.
Cincinnati, in that yard.
According to that note, too, by the way, the last National League teammates, obviously I just mentioned all American League teams. The last pair of National League teammates with 26 or more before the break, Pujols and Jim Edmonds for the Cardinals in 03. Ibar hooks one in left field. It's a 2-out single. Albert had 27 and Edmonds had 28.
It's fun to watch those guys swing the bat. 23 times they've homered in the same game as Angels.
And Freese lifts one out to right. Trumbo moving back on it onto the warning track now. Will make the catch. So we will head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Vinny Pistano, who is recalled before the game today, coming on a relief, trying to lock down a 7-1 lead. Enjoy better. Call 1-855-1-TWC. By Mercury Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast, free quote and see how much you can save. And by Hyundai, great deals on amazing cars are going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. Vinny Pastano on a relief here in the bottom of the ninth inning with the Angels up 7-1. And Vinny seeing action. It's first time up since being recalled before the game today. Everett Navarro was sent down after the game yesterday. This season, 17 games, 1-0 record of 4.22 ERA. First game since May 27th.
He's trying to get back to that command of his fastball to set up his slider. One for Vinny to get back to that, being aggressive in the strike zone, and then expanding the strike zone ahead of the count.
Facing Seager, Trumbo, and Montero. Trevor Gott, by the way, went one inning in all zeros, had 3 ground ball outs. Two balls, 1 strike. Seager tonight 1 for 3, a double in the first. 14 hits tonight for the Angels. Looking to pick up a game in the standings. Houston lost to the Rays earlier tonight, 3-1. That one hit him. So Seager will take his base.
Setting up away. Iannetta was and hits him around that lat muscle just below the arm. First time tonight that the Mariners had their leadoff man reach base.
Two balls and no strikes. Trumbo for 3 with a pop-up and 2 punch-outs. Some of the issues that Vinny had, and that's why he was sent down. Command, kind of falling behind hitters. He had a 7-1 lead here in the ninth inning. They come after guys, throw some strikes.
Yeah, last year, remember, he was very good as far as getting ahead of the count, finishing off hitters. Like what you're going to quickly go out and have a conversation with Pastano.
Looks like the Angels will get some action in the bullpen here. Don't want to take anything for granted considering the way Seattle swung the bats last night and as well as earlier tonight before Hector settled down. You don't want to turn this lineup over and all of a sudden get into that Gutierrez, Cano, Cruz, even Logan Morrison's on the bench.
You got Seth Smith on the bench also. You don't want to give him any life here.
Three and 0. There's your strike. Jesus Montero, the first baseman, on deck. Full count. Three twos, foul back. Fernando Salas now getting ready for the Angels. Another payoff pitch. Trumbo fouls this one back as well. There's Fernando. Seager takes off. Trumbo fouls this one back. Trumbo hammers one out to left center field. That is crushed. A two-run blast makes it 7-3. Trumbo's second as a Mariner. Now with 7 runs batted in. Here comes Scioscia. That's going to be it for Vinny Pistano. A hit batter and a home run. And Scioscia's seen enough. We said the last thing you want to do is open the door for this Mariners team, especially the way they swung the bats in the first 2 games so far in the series. The pitching change. We are in the bottom of the ninth. 7-3 Angels. With nobody out, Jesus Montero due up. Fernando pitching in his 39th game now. 1-1 record and a 4.50 ERA.
And very good changeup for Fernando when he gets ahead of the count. Fastball velocity's been much better of late. 90-93 range, but his changeup and slider. He gets hitters out in front with his changeup after establishing his fastball.
Logan Morrison, the pinch hit here for Montero. Montero finished the night going 1 for 3. First one down low. Morrison last night 1 for 5 as a leadoff man. The one, it was a home run in the first inning off Garrett. One and one. Morrison, a .231 hitter this year. 12 home runs, 38 RBIs. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Good location, inside corner, 1 and 2.
He ran that two-seamer, got the inside corner, started off the plate, but catches the inside corner at 92.
Evens up the count.
Try to get that swing and miss with his changeup. Just ran off the plate.
Got him looking. Down goes Morrison, 1 down.
Paints the inside corner with that two-seamer, came back inside to call third strike for Fernando Salas. Set up well by Iannetta, keeps that glove there. Perfect spot by Fernando.
Zunino looks at a strike. 0 for 3 tonight, 2 ground outs and a punch out. Foul tipped. Now the 0-2 outside. Ackley on deck. 2 runs here for Seattle tonight. The home run by Trumbo, second as a Mariner.
We've seen some home runs by Trumbo wearing that Angels uniform, but that one was absolutely crushed.
Two, got him looking, frozen. 2 down. Back-to-back punch outs for Salas.
He's backed up his changeup with good fastballs the very next pitch, and twice this Mariner hitter's looking. Paints the inside corner, 91.
Well, here's Dustin Ackley with 2 outs and the bases clear. Multi-hit game for him with a single and a double. 1 out away for the Angels, being a half game out. And a game better in the loss column over Houston. Houston's played 3 more games than the Angels. Ackley looks at a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Ackley hits one out to deep right field. Calhoun moving back, reaching back. Looks like he's got a play. Light that baby up as the Angels even this series up tonight.
Some great defensive plays. A couple big games as far as home run balls for Mike Trout and C.J. Cron. 4 home runs total, 7 runs, 14 hits for the offense. But I'll tell you what a job by Hector Santiago. He is really improving. He had a tough first inning, but came back from that point when he gave up a run. Outstanding is now the Angels just a half a game back of the Astros, ahead of them as far as having less losses than the Astros now. 39 losses for the Angels, 40 for the Astros.
Hector Santiago, a marvelous start tonight. He went 7 innings, allowed just 1 run, and allowed 8 hits, and lowered his ERA to 2.33. Picks up the victor tonight. The birthday boy Johnny Giavatello with a couple of doubles. A lot of plays in the field for him. And then you mentioned the 2 multi-homer games. C.J. Cron, 2nd of his career. Mike Trout, his 6th of his career. And the Angels take the victory 7-3 and even a series up in a game apiece. Now we'll see what C.J. Wilson has in store tomorrow. Let's go down to the field. Mike Trout with Jose Mota.
Thanks, Victor. Well, the big smile, of course, the 2 home runs. But, Mike, congratulations. I know this is a very special day for the Trout family. Why is that?
It's my mom's birthday. I just want to come out here, have some good at-bats, and, I hit 2 homers. So,
when you go into some of these homer splurges, is there anything in particular, seeing the ball, landing on time, and the things that you try to contribute with?
No, just, trying to be on time with the heater, and then, recognizing getting the foot down and just putting a good swing on it, and barreled some up tonight, and it went out.
When the offense is going the way it's going right now, how much does it change your game, Albert's game, in terms of knowing that there's more contributions elsewhere?
Yeah, no, it's we're getting more opportunities with men on base, and it's good. 1 through 9, even guys coming off the bench. It's been fun last couple weeks, and it's gonna be good.
CJ Cron, you now as an experienced 4-time All-Star, what is the biggest difference you see with CJ now? Well, Albert's not gonna let him do it. He's gonna let him. Pop five. He was not gonna escape that. By the way, All-Star, go get dry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Albert got him.